Hey, what's going on? I'm just sitting here today reading Judges 2 and Judges chapter 2. And I took some notes. I'm going to be looking down. And you know what I've noticed about what I was reading is that Israel, has fallen away from the Lord compared to when they were under Moses and when they were under Joshua and the elders, when they followed, most of his decree, they followed his decrees and his law under them gentlemen and those elders for sure. Um, it's just wild to me. It just resonates with me so much because when they fell away from the Lord actually chastised them, gave them some discipline, let put it on them, so to speak. And when they were following the Lord under Moses, Joshua, and the elders, he did everything for them. He led them. He went before them. Pretty much he was like their shade. He everywhere that it was hot day and he was their shade everywhere. Everything they did was up under him for sure, and that's a great thing to have. But since they started falling away in Judges, it's just funny to me how they were starting to give in to these worldly pleasures, these other gods, these other nations around them, and their gods and stuff like that. And it's so when God noticed that, he went ahead and allowed them to be defeated by other nations, and also he allowed them. When they went to war, it wasn't no budget. The other nations couldn't be pushed back. Compared to when Abraham and Joshua was still alive. I'm not Abraham, excuse me. Moses and Joshua was still alive, and the elders. I mean, he went in before them. They didn't even really have to fight. All they had to do was just go in and slap them around a little bit. So that's just crazy to me because I kind of take it like when you have the Lord and you're doing the right things by the Lord. You're reading your word. You're praying. You might be fasting. You might be you definitely talking to other believers. Having Bible studies, having different things with other believers. Sharing different scriptures and stuff like that, and preaching to non-believers and stuff like that. The Lord has your back. You really chasing after the Lord is chasing after you. He has your back. So when you don't do stuff like that, man, you lose a lot of battles. It says it in the Old Testament, in the New Testament. You lose a lot of battles. Israel went through some battles that they shouldn't even have had to fight, but because of their disobedience, they did. So me saying all this, when you are in the world and living in the world, you living for these worldly desires, and we could go down the line, money, lust, whatever, etc. I can keep going. You losing. Every battle that comes up against you, you're gonna lose. Or at least you're not gonna win, you're gonna stay still. And that's not the way to go. You're supposed to always be being uplifted in the Lord. You're supposed to be always raising up, and that's how we miss our blessings. That's how that's how we don't get better. Is because we're not following after the Lord like we're supposed to. That's what's funny. We're supposed to have obedience, and when we don't obey the Lord, hey, he's against us. I mean, he likes clean spirits, not unclean spirits. So that's one thing I was getting from that. These demonic spirits that are around, these demonic people that are around, we're losing to them because we're not following the Lord. We agreeing with stuff that we aren't supposed to be agreeing with. For instance, like that I don't want to say the word because I might get barred off of TikTok, but it's day month right now, so you know what I mean. We're agreeing with stuff like that, and we shouldn't be doing that. and that takes us off our path. And next thing you know, we losing battles. We not going to our purpose. I was talking to my mom today. I was telling her the same thing. When we not reading our word and just going to work every day and doing everything we're supposed to do for the world, we're not going for our purpose. Our purpose we pass by our purpose and we never fulfill our purpose because we're not living for the Lord. And that's the crazy thing about it. So what I'm saying today is we have to be obedient to the Lord. We have to stay within all his decrees and laws. We have to definitely understand those, and we have to live through Yahshua, and we have to pretty much be obedient. And if we be obedient, we won't even have to fight our battles. Like Yahshua said, we don't even have to fight our battles. The battle is already won, but we have to be in agreement with Him. And that's a great promise that the Lord has gave us, and we have to hold on to His promises. And when you feel down or you feel some type of way, call on Him and call Him on His promises. And expect for Him to to fulfill that promise, because He's gonna fulfill it. He doesn't break covenants at all. But that's all I had to say. Thank you for listening. Everybody have a blessed day, and be well.